Welcome to the Flip Side, episode 14. I'm here with my friend Chris, aka the Thrift Beast, from the great state up north. I was going to say, but great country up north, America's top hat. We'll go with that.
Yeah, or
Chris,
they like to call it Mexico North too.
oh, Mexico North. Oh, that's a first. I guess that could work too. Welcome to the Flip Side, Chris. How you been?
Ah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Been
So,
a listener for since the beginning of
oh,
this.
you can't really say long time listener because it's only been around for like five
I know.
weeks or something. As long as you could have been a listener, you've been a listener, right? So
Exactly.
that's all that counts. So those of you guys not aware, we're recording this like at 10 p.m. on a random day
Yeah,
because
it's
apparently it's
super
the
late.
only time in the world that Chris is free. He said he's
Dude,
busy the other
I
22
got
hours.
kids, man. I got kids. They gotta go. I gotta put them to bed.
I still hear him in the background, so you did a bad job. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're probably awake still.
So you got kids and it's summer break, right?
It is, yeah. So like beginning of end of June is when they ended their school. So they're she'll be here for the next 2 months.
Oof, oof. I always know like summer break is great for kids, not so great for parents. So and that's it's going to be a challenge for you. But I believe.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I need to put it on disturb on people are disturbing me. I downloaded that the new Threads app today, and it's been nonstop, just notification after notification on that thing. I'm very tired
How,
of it.
how is it? Like, is it completely different from Twitter, or is it just like similar, pretty much?
It's Zuck's Twitter. That's pretty much how it is. I've been having an issue with my like. I would like it a lot if it was my homepage was just full of people I was following because pretty much it follows everybody that you have on Instagram. So like
Mhm.
it'd be pretty cool if that was my homepage. I could just see whatever their thoughts are. But I go to
Yeah.
my homepage and it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like Keanu Reeves. It's like all these people
Oh God. Yeah.
that I don't really like. Okay, I don't care what Arnold's doing right now. No offense to Arnold if you're listening.
Yeah. Besides getting in the chopper.
yeah, yeah. If that was if that was I don't know what's his thread. I guess the is that the version of a tweet that was
I
his
have yet
thread.
to download it still, so
Uh,
I'm still behind on that.
yes. So far, I've posted. Uh, do you know who Marshawn Lynch is?
Yeah.
The football player here. So yeah, I said
Oh yeah.
the great words of Marshall Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That was my first ever thread. Then I posted a sale. Then I posted my mahi mahi tacos that I made for dinner.
Oh,
So
I saw those. Those are
that was
fire.
yeah. Ray, our boy Ray, had the audacity to reply to that saying, "Them tortillas look dry AF."
Oh,
To
come
that
on.
fire picture, he had the audacity to say that.
That kind of taco, it's not about the tortilla. It's about the mahi mahi, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. I grill the heck out of that thing. You gotta. It's my first time attempting to grill a fish. By the way, I never grilled a fish before until that.
Ah,
And turned out pretty way easier than anything else I've done. You just
yeah.
set it and forget it. Yeah. How's the mahi mahi selection in Toronto?
Next to non-existent over here.
Figure probably not the climate for it.
If there is, it's gonna be in a poutine or something.
Oh, tell me about that. The great dish of Canada, the poutine. Explain to the
Oh,
people that they're not aware of it.
one of the greatest dishes, the most fattiest dish, but yet it's one of the top Canadian dishes for sure. So it revolves around your French fries, your nice bowl of French fries, and then you got to have the cheese curds next that you put on top of the
Oh,
fries.
so I don't know. Cheese curds were even part of it. Okay,
Oh yeah,
that's
that's a mandatory. You want to have that squeaky bite when you eat the fries, and then top that off with the beef gravy, and then so that it
beef.
melts on the cheese curds.
Oh my goodness. So
It's
I have some
so good,
pictures. Let me know
so
if
good.
this is an accurate representation of what you're
Oh,
describing.
that's 100% it.
That's it right
Oh
there, right?
yeah,
That's
so good.
so the white stuff is cheese curds.
You got it. Yeah,
Wow.
it's life changing.
It sounds like it's healthy. Because you think of Canada, you think of like I feel like you guys are way more healthy than us down here, but no, you guys, your main dish is just carbs on carbs, then topped with gravy.
Oh God, no. Yeah, no. We're trying to keep up with the U.S.
Oh,
with our foods,
okay.
man.
But, by the way, thanks for the fires, man. Can you guys get it together?
Oh God.
Can you tell Trudeau just to like stop at least one of them? Like, what are you
Hey,
guys doing?
I tell him every night, hey buddy, what's going on here? What are we doing here? This is too
It,
much fire.
is it close to where you are, or the
No, no, it's not. So, but you can smell it from here, though. That's how crazy
really?
it is. Yeah, you can smell the fire.
And how long again? Because I'm so out of the loop. Because I'm down here in my little bubble of Florida,
Yeah,
where the rest of the world doesn't matter to us down here.
yeah,
So like, I legit the day when I saw my friends posting in Philadelphia and in New York, like
yeah,
it looks like they were living on Mars, and I was like, "What in the world?" And apparently, this was a big news event. I had no clue. So,
yeah.
like,
They had to
how long
cancel
has
baseball
have they
games.
been? That's how I found out because
Yeah,
I have the Phillies on DVR, and I'm like, "Game's canceled. It's not raining." And I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, there's smoke. Interesting." so,
Can't do
so
anything
how?
about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how long have they been burning for? Do you know? Has it been like a
So like
long time
it's been on and off. Like it probably since last month, I think, that it's been like this.
since like June or May?
Yeah, and then it'll be
Yeah.
on and off. Like maybe when there's a rainfall, it'll go away, and then probably the next week after that, it starts to come back again.
Do you know how they got started? It's just natural causes.
I have no idea. So like it's coming from the maritime area. So like the New Brunswick, Nova Scotia area, Prince Edward Island, which is happens to be closer to the New York area, which is why
Okay,
you're seeing it or like orange over there, as opposed to like
gotcha.
where we are.
Okay, because whenever I think of wildfires, I think of like California and stuff like that. You know, I never heard of Canada and wildfires until this year. So again, you got to trying to keep up with us. That's what it seems like.
That's how it always is. True.
Yeah. Right. So, anyways, tell people, I guess, kind of who you are or who you used to be.
Who I used to be. Yeah, I used to be a hardcore reseller up in Toronto, Canada. Man, those were the days. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I started back in 2018 when I was doing it. That was like the peak, I'd say, when like Gary V brought it up for the first time of like doing
Hmm.
garage sales and stuff, and so that's when I got to learn more about it and
You
stuff.
were pretty
So,
much doing it before it was cool. You were like, you were one
oh
of the
yeah,
OGs of it. Yeah.
oh yeah, in Canada, yeah, oh yeah.
I feel like you're still. I don't know many other. I know some other like resellers in Canada, but I don't know any like huge names, like any like of those big names. So I feel like when people think of Canada, can still think of you. I feel like
Yeah, I mean,
you still have that title.
I appreciate that. I mean, I do try to bring some flavor from Canada to my videos when I did put them out.
Uh, so that was 2018. Now
Yeah.
we're in 2023. What happened?
All right. So I mean, COVID happened, so they put a heck
That's
of a
a
lot
big
of
thing.
restrictions on us, and it like that just kept going on and on and on.
Yeah, you guys had it way longer than we had it, right?
Oh,
Right.
like well, in Florida, you guys barely had it.
Well, I just moved to
But
Florida like a
yeah,
couple months ago, so I moved after the. But yeah, apparently this wasn't even a thing in Florida. They had it for like 2 weeks, and they're like, "I was done."
yeah. So like,
But
I guess like if it wasn't for like that whole trucker thing, I'd say that went on in Canada, I think that
yeah,
they probably would have kept going on with it because like I think it
really,
literally, yeah, it literally
wow,
happened like the pulling of the restrictions probably I don't know a week after.
yeah, and that was like a couple months, maybe 6 months after everything in USA already opened up, right?
Yeah,
If not more, yeah.
basically, yeah. So yeah, it's
They-
been crazy like doing that, and I mean I was enjoying it, but I think it did take a toll on me, like trying to spend time with family, but also doing the whole reselling thing. It just yeah, like as much as I love doing it, like don't get me wrong, I'll still go to a thrift store every now and then just to find stuff, and but it's mainly for me to enjoy though. It's more
Yeah,
that's more of the aspect for me now. as opposed to reselling. Like I still have stuff. Like I have like a whole shelf over here still of stuff I haven't sold yet. So I'm just getting rid of that.
So you just doing it mainly just for fun now. So like,
Yeah.
you would say, well, like
Oh yeah.
1 day out of the month, maybe you spend sourcing, if that.
Yeah. I would probably say like once every 2 months I would source.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
It's
like
on the bed.
the weekend's coming up, like right now. So you have no desire at all to go out there and see what's out there at the yard sales.
Oh God, no. We barely have yard sales over here though. That's the other thing too. Like for the most part, a lot of the things that you pick up are either from like a thrift store, like we have Value Village over here, or a Goodwill, and then I mean you'll see the occasional garage sale happen, but the last ones I've been to, they've been like selling them at almost retail.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, it's pretty bad.
So you're in the outskirts of Toronto, right?
Well,
Or like
I'm in a
suburbs of Toronto or something?
yeah, I'm more in a suburb, like a borough of Toronto.
Can you
Yeah.
see the tower from your house?
I cannot, unfortunately, no.
Can you smell the waterfall?
I can smell the highway because we're actually right beside our main highway.
I can smell the highway. That's funny. So Toronto is like one of the biggest cities in Canada, right? So like I guess if you have pretty bad yard sales there, it's probably pretty bad everywhere, I would guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, you're not going to see it like in actual Toronto. You have to go like further east or further west, where it's more like either like borderline country area. That's where you'll find more of the yard sales and stuff over here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always wondered how like every country does it, because even in the States is different from state to state to go to. So I'm sure Canada's a completely different beast. No pun intended. So. Gotcha. So pretty much, you guess you kind of stopped reselling. So with that, you kind of stopped putting out content, right? Because you had nothing to put a content out about.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not that I didn't want to put out content. Like I still have like a couple of videos that I haven't posted yet. It's just
Really?
Yeah, I do. I never really felt
from what year?
I'm pretty sure it was, I want to say 2022. Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
End of 2022. Yeah.
Oh, that's not that long ago. That's just happened like 6 months ago. Okay, so
yeah. But I mean, to me, it wasn't really worth putting out. Like it's just another haul video, and like based on like what I was like getting for my views and stuff for those types of videos, it's I mean, yes, it's a video, but I mean, like it's not the greatest quality. I wasn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood. But I respect the thing that you don't want to put it out just to put it out, because it's not the best. Some resellers can learn from that. Some people just put out stuff just to put out stuff.
And it's so true. Like I wouldn't be like they all have their like 9-year-old phone and with the 480p resolution.
I've seen that before, man. I've seen people go live for like 20 minutes with the mute button on, and they don't look at the chat. They're just talking, and the whole chat's like, you're on mute, you're on mute, you're on mute. And 20 minutes later, like, oh, I'm on mute. And then they said, well, you can just go back and watch what I said. I'm like, we can't go back and watch what you said. You're on mute.
That's horrible. Oh my gosh.
And then they wonder, like, hey, I've been doing this for 4 years. How come I only have 200 subscribers? I'm like, well, maybe
you can't hear you. We heard you more.
Yeah. Step 1, don't be on mute. best way to grow on YouTube is make sure people can hear your audio.
That's crazy.
There's Chris Thrift piece of advice on how to grow.
Make
sure you're not on mute.
How to get 1 million views 101.
That's a good step. That should be your next video, man. You should make a comeback on how to grow YouTube, and then making meme videos like that. I'm gonna do a 100-step video process of how to go viral on YouTube, and then every video is one step, and your first step is, okay, make sure you have your audio on, and then your video's done. That could work. Man. I could see it blowing up.
I'll post it on Thread.
Probably the best content on Thread right now, man.
I got to corner that reselling market on Thread already.
Ray's been posting like 8 million things on Thread already, and it's
Oh my god.
all self promos. Like we got
This
here,
guy.
all this.
Oh
Yeah,
my
my
God.
man wastes no time. Like look at his Thread already, just posting videos the whole time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Classic Ray.
Classic Ray, man. Just sell out Ray.
No, but honestly, like after like I stopped doing it. I really wasn't really interested in like watching a bunch of reselling anymore. But luckily, I found a live stream that got me back into watching it again, and it's been those reseller drafts. And
really?
Yeah, and
we are responsible for you to be back with us.
Yes, I'd have to give
Appreciate
you
that
1000% of the blame of that.
Yes. So if you guys see Thrift Beast in the chats and you guys are upset, just blame me or Ray. That's pretty much how it goes.
No, I love watching it. It's so entertaining for me. So that's why I'll always watch it whenever I get the chance.
That was like the big point about it, because every live that I saw was always like, all right, here we go. We're interviewing this guy. All right, what is your Nanyu day? What is this? How do you respond to this? And I'm like, is that all like resellers are, just robots that answer the same questions? Like we are human beings behind it. So I figured, let's do that draft and see what they think about, I don't know, fruit or
exactly.
or whatever, stuff like that. And their personalities come out, and you're like, whoa, this guy's a gem, or this girl's a gem. That's cool. Like, all right, this is who you are as a human being. It's awesome to see.
No, I completely agree with you. Like it's technically like getting out of that bubble that you keep listening to every single time, and it's a breath of fresh air when I listen to it, and just using that long running joke of Cherry Fanta each time is one of my favorite things ever.
We should do a draft, like the ultimate crazy picks. Like it might have to be like show 100 when we get to that point, like just the ultimate like craziest picks. And Cherry Fanta, the first round of the Soda draft, has to be a first rounder. There's no doubt about it.
Oh,
he picked a soda consumed by maybe 4 people worldwide. He was like, "That's my first overall pick."
Like he's so proud of it too. Yeah, that's the one.
It teaches is also the same one. When I don't know if you were watching this back when we're doing the Christmas songs, because that video took down now because of all the copyright strikes I got from it, because I was actually playing the songs during it, and he had the first overall pick. TJ did. And Mariah Carey is available. I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's a staple. Yeah,
the big home run pick. And he goes, I don't even know what he picked. Something by the Supremes or something. I don't know. It was like
what?
A few of my favorite things. Are
you kidding me?
That was I'm like, I had 100 songs on my board. They were not on there, the top 100. And he was like, it's my favorite song. I'm like, you could have had it in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Well, first overall, and he grabbed that. So TJ is really good at that. It's
no, I can't blame him for that. That's a classic TJ pick.
Yeah, that you gotta have those kind of people, you know, like him. Ray's always also has a couple of crazy things up his sleeve that you don't expect him to say.
Oh yeah, I can see
it. I'm more of a like just steady mind. Like I know what the people like, and I kind of go with that. You know, I don't really go with my heart as much as the other two. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like that's the strategy. Like you want to appeal to the masses as opposed to like your personal liking. Like when I did it, like Scott Steiner, he's one of my favorite guys, but I don't think he was appealing to the masses. Like I'm surprised TJ didn't win. He had a lot of like known guys at that
TJ time. Had he just pretty much went with ChatGPT to get his list, which is smart. I think we're doing Pokemon this week, and he also has no clue what any of them are. So he's
no way!
So it's gonna be fun to see him read off that list. He'd be like, Articuno, that one. It's a bird, right?
Look forward to that then.
We should have you on more often. You were fun with the wrestler one. That was fun to have you.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was fun.
You already you started picking on Dan too with the rest of us. You know, you already you understood the assignment.
Hey, Dan understood the assignment too, so he knows.
He knows what to do. We're thinking about getting a shirt called "Pulling a Dan," where you just like just pull, just say something.
I will
that's completely out
100%
there.
buy that. If you put that out, I will 100% buy that.
You just imagine just wearing it in public, like pulling a Dan. What does that mean? Like, oh man, it's gotta be there.
It's not a joke. You gotta know.
So since you stopped wrestling, what are you doing now for work? What do you do?
So yeah, like I'm working full time right now. I'm actually taking a course right now on like data analytics. So that's what's been taking a lot of my time.
That sounds exciting. Data analytics. Oh, that would put me to bed real quick.
I enjoy like the whole statistic type of thing, but more for sports though. Like it's not like finance type of banking numbers type of thing, because that'll put me to bed, right?
Oh, you're doing it for sports?
No, well, I want to learn. I want to get into sports analytics as opposed to like banking or anything like that, because I enjoy like the fantasy type of stuff and like understanding what's like which guys are more beneficial based on those stats that they are better at. And
so what kind of job are you trying to get with that? Like you're trying to be like a a gambling aspect or like scouting or whatever or something?
I mean, I would love to just like go to like different websites that focus on analytics of like basketball stats, for example. I would probably like volunteer or like apply to one of those types of sites to just help contribute to like the information that they're trying to add, because a lot of that stuff gets added in real time. It's not something that's that just like, I mean, they have to add it in some form.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Like if somebody is doing one thing, but then he has like 5 straight games of completely doing something completely different, the stats change, right? So I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, something in that aspect, but like I'm not even close to it yet. I'm almost there. Like I'm probably about two courses away from finishing it. But yeah, once I get there, then we'll figure it out.
Once you said sports, it became a lot more exciting for me.
Yeah.
But I thought you were like analyzing like the sugar content of like a papaya or something, and I was like, that doesn't sound as fun.
No, I would 1000% eat the papaya and
then analyze it later.
Yeah, like was it sweet? Yeah, that's good. It's a good amount of sugar in it.
One of my friends back in Pennsylvania works for he's like a scientist, and he works with an ice cream company, and he analyzes vanilla ice cream all day. And he said, and I'm like, do they give you like samples? And he goes, no. And I'm like, so you just stare at ice cream for 8 hours and you can't eat it? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, that sounds like
oh my god, that is
that sounds just like torture. Like
you can't even swipe a finger.
No, right?
Crazy.
I'm like, I wouldn't survive.
I would quit 1000% if I'm not going to be able to taste any of that ice cream.
Hey,
like, I need to try it. Like that's a given. You gotta let me try it.
Yeah, but like he does like the whole like gets the little tubes and gets little samples of it, and then looks under a microscope and sees like what percent of it is vanilla bean, what percent of it is like whatever. I don't know. It's
oh my god, that's torture. Like how what kind of heathens run this type of this company?
I'm like, they gave you this like there has to be some kind of sample somewhere. Like they're like, and he's like, no, we have an exact amount that we need for the study. I can't have any of it. Like we need it all. Like, yeah, I wouldn't make it. No, I'd be down to day one. I would get fired for eating the samples.
It'll be worth it. Don't worry.
That'll be my data. This one was delicious. Experiment over. Haagen-Dazs wins.
This one tastes better on a cone.
Yeah. There we go. This one's better in the bold. This one's better in the code. I feel like they should hire us, Chris. I feel like we could help out quite a bit.
I think we need to start our own company that just tests out the best ice creams. Or you can have a draft of the best ice creams. Have you guys done that yet?
We've done We've done ice cream truck ice creams. We haven't done flavors
okay.
yet. We've got Dan actually won that one, surprisingly, because we were making fun of him the whole time because he picked.
Oh yeah, the Mississippi
mud or something like that.
Yeah.
We've never heard of it. That was his first overall pick, and apparently it's a really popular topic that I've never heard of. But yeah.
Yeah, I would have never known.
Yeah. What ice cream is good in Canada? What do you guys like? The basic stuff? Or is there like a poutine flavor that I'm not aware of?
Oh God, no! that would be disgusting. No, hell no. I don't know like what we have. Like we're known for like whatever. Like we're pretty much in the same boat as you. I guess.
I'm guessing something with maple syrup, right? You guys like maple syrup a lot.
We do have some maple flavors, but I mean, for me, they're too sweet. Like I wouldn't. Like they're good to an extent, but you can't have too much of that.
Anti-Canadian, what you just said, man. You're going against the almighty leaf right now, man.
Hey, I have three bottles of the finest maple syrup in my house right now. So that's not. I love my maple syrup. Trust me.
Are they in glass? They have to be in glass, right?
Yeah, they're in glass.
Maple syrup just tastes a lot better coming out of a glass bottle. I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah, as opposed to a plastic bottle.
Yeah, those like squeeze things. Yeah, no, just not the same. Yeah. So what is so special about the maple syrup that you have? Well, why is it the finest in Canada?
I mean, they're made here. Like they're made in I think it's Quebec. As far as I know, there's like I think, to be honest, I think they're actually run by like mobsters, like the actual maple syrup.
Really?
Like
it's
like market.
Maple syrup is run by a mob?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like there, as far as I know, that's what I actually heard.
It's news to me, man. I don't know. The mob got involved in maple syrup. Interesting.
Yeah, it's monopolized here.
So you got mob blood maple syrup in your house.
It could be. Like it could be. They pulled over all these trucks of maple syrup and they resold them.
Is maple syrup run by a mob? What do you think it's going to tell me? There is a maple syrup mafia.
There you go.
Well, it's more of a maple syrup cartel. So that's exactly what NPR calls the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers, the organization that controls roughly 3/4 of the world's maple syrup production.
There you go.
Wow, that's actually a thing. Look at that, maple syrup cartel. That could be my new fantasy football name, man. Might be better with fantasy hockey though, but maple syrup, that's crazy.
Yeah,
syrup smugglers take on the maple mafia inside Quebec's maple syrup cartel. That's a Vice article. Absolute crime is the story about it. Wow, that's crazy.
Once you get more into the rabbit hole of that, it's pretty interesting learning more about it.
There's a great Canadian maple syrup heist.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Over similar ones in 2011, 2012, nearly 3,000 tons valued at 18.7 million was stolen maple syrup. The great maple syrup. Yeah, you guys take your maple syrup seriously. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize for thinking you were crazy in the first place. I thought you were just pulling my leg over here, but that's an actual thing.
They don't mess around. It's just like our poutine. We don't mess around with that.
Is there a poutine mafia as well? Probably, right.
I'm pretty sure there could be. I don't know. I'm not off the top of my head, but I can guarantee you there's someone that has that's comprised of a set of like a whole gang of that.
If you like somebody else's poutine and you're not welcome in that gang, like we're the East Side poutine.
there's a cartel that adds ketchup to their poutine.
Oh no, I don't want to be part of that cartel, man. That sounds like a terrible cartel. You don't really associate Canada with mobs, So that was or mafia, and I was really kind of was thrown for a loop on that.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I guarantee if you find out, like, look into it more, it's pretty interesting.
I feel like there's probably a YouTube video about it. I'm not much of a reader. I don't know if you noticed that or
Yeah.
not. Like, I
Oh
would
no,
rather
me too. Me too. It's got to be visual. Like I want to see a video of it.
I just wrote Cartel instead of Cartel. Maple syrup cartel. Canadian maple. Look, see, there's a video with 3 million views on it. Do you like maple syrup? Same. Too bad the price you pay for your favorite breakfast comment is set an artificially high by a mafia. Okay, see, I'm gonna watch this after we're done here. So
It's pretty
here's
expensive though over here, man. Like I'm not gonna lie, like a small bottle, like literally like a little one like that can go for about $10 over here.
here's the beautiful part of thumbnails, Chris. Which one of these would you want watch? 1, 2, or 3? Which one? Which thumbnail speaks to you?
Uh, I like the first one.
Yeah, same. It looks like it's like drugs, but it's maple syrup.
Yeah.
It says Narcos Canada on it. That one, though, that's the most enticing one for me. I would say that's one. Then 2 is the syrup mafia down here, just guys throwing a barrel,
Yeah.
kind of interesting. This one's just lame. I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
Kind of
no
like
offense to
South Park.
no offense to History House Productions. I'm sure you guys do great work over there. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this after this interview is over. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
down a rabbit hole watching 2 hours straight about maple syrup and mafia. It's all because of you.
Right on.
So tell me a little about Toronto. What's your climate like? Is it as cold as I think it is?
Oh
Or
God, not right now. No, it's really hot right now over here. There's been a heat warning for the last 3 days right now. So like it's been in the 30s over here, which is
God, you're gonna use those
yeah, I know.
numbers.
We gotta
Come
we gotta
on,
convert
man.
it now.
Come on, don't be using your Canadian numbers on me. Come on. You're gonna say I'm
God.
also 8 kilometers away from whatever. Don't be using those numbers around here, man.
So it'll
I'm
be maybe
guessing
between
30
95
is
and
like
100. 95 to
95.
100. Yeah, to 100.
That was 3 days straight.
Yeah, because it's the humidity that's making it that way.
That's very hot. It's hotter than we've been having 90, 95 here for about 20 straight days. But that's
Wow.
usual. That's what we're used to in June.
Yeah.
In June, July. But 95 it's a lot.
Yeah, especially over here. Like
especially if you don't have a beach
right now.
you don't have a beach to cool off in or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure it's so that's not something you guys are used to, right? That's not normal for July for you guys, right?
No, I mean it can be at times, but I mean not consecutively, because I mean there maybe at least at most 2 days maybe, but this is running at like 4 days, coming on 4 days now.
Wow, dang.
Yeah.
AC is doing extra work.
Oh yeah, it's blowing as we speak.
that's what mine is, man. Some people say like, oh, just like turn it off when you leave the house and turn it back on when you come in. I'm like, nope, that thing is running the whole time. I ain't coming into a hot house. We ain't doing that. So, but then like the rest of the year, you guys have all the 4 seasons, right? That's just like a regular like city. Get your winter, your fall, your spring.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like from say end of November up until like mid-May to beginning of May is you'll still see snow here, and then
till May.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a long time for some snow, man. No offense.
Oh no, none taken, man. I'm used to that shit, but it is what it is. I'm used to it. I've been here my whole life. Yeah, May.
That's something you hear like about Alaska. You don't hear that's.
Bro, if you're in Alberta, there's still snow until now. Like the beginning, end of June. Alberta? No, it's not. It's like prairie area, so like in between like BC and Ontario. So those are technically the colder areas of Canada.
Okay, so that's like where like the Dakotas are for us, but just more north, middle of nowhere kind of things, right?
Yeah, so they're west of us. I mean, it's probably like a 24-hour drive from where I am.
Gotcha. Well, Canada is freaking huge, man. I feel like how many like time zones do you guys have? Must be a lot.
No, it's like what?
Oh no, it's no
We have
same as
all the
us, right?
same
Yeah.
as you guys probably. Yeah,
I
yeah.
always
We
okay.
we,
Yeah,
we have the same thing.
I guess that makes sense because it's kind of Alaska. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I just always imagine you guys being like double the size of us. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it goes up that far north. I don't know. I've only been to you guys by accident, so I've never been inside. Like, but,
Really? What like
yeah, like
what part?
well, your part.
Oh,
We went as a family to Niagara Falls
oh, okay.
in 1999, I think, or 2000. It was like our first
Oh
years
my
like
god.
in America. So
Yeah,
we just came here. None of us really speak English that well, and not really good with directions. And my dad somehow went to the Canadian border. I don't know
yeah,
how, but we crossed the border. We crossed the border with no issues. By the way, going into Canada was nobody even stopped us or whatever. We just drove. On the way back to the States, they were like, "All right, we need passports. We need this." When
oh no,
I'm like, we have none of that.
oh no.
Like we got here by accident. So like we were like, it took us like 3 or 4 hours to get back and to prove that we were we're normal.
Yeah, oh my
So,
gosh.
so that was the only time I was ever in Canada. So by accident. So I've
So you guys
never been
never
there
came out
afterwards.
of the car or anything. You just
No. That's about it. I do want to like once I something. I keep saying this all the time. Once things settle down, I do want to go, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I hear a lot of good things about Banff. Like people say Banff is great.
yeah. So that's in Alberta.
Okay, so that is Alberta. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So that has like they have beautiful mountains over there. Their body of water that they have where the mountains are. It's like a
yeah.
nice like green and I mean, it's
Yeah,
beautiful there. It's
I hear Banff is great in the summer and in the winter. Like no matter where you go, right?
mhm.
It's because in the winter the lake freezes, right?
Yeah, it'll be completely frozen, and you see people skate on the actual like water and everything. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You said that's like a 24-hour drive from you.
Yeah, I mean, give or take. I mean, I wouldn't drive that. It's going to be too crazy. I'd rather fly there. It's like a
This is
3-4 hour flight.
Banff right here, right?
Yeah, look how beautiful that is.
Stunning. Oh yeah, here's in the winter. Here's people skating on it. Yeah, my cousin went there twice. He went there in the winter and in the summer, and he has like the craziest picture. Look at that. It's Canada for you guys. Look at that.
I mean, that's a nice
Sheesh.
part of Canada. Yeah, for sure. I would love to visit though.
24.
Like I that's still one of my bucket list places to go to. Hopefully, we'll
You
go
haven't been here yet
next
either.
year. Nah,
Uh,
it's still yeah. No, maybe next year I'll probably go.
yeah, it's gorgeous. Would you say that's like for people that like are doing a bucket list for Canada? Like name like 5 things to do. What would be the five? Would you would say?
So yeah, for sure, Banff is definitely one of them. I'd say Niagara Falls is the other one too.
Okay. Is it that much better on your side than our side?
Oh, 1000%, man.
Really?
I'm sorry, but like the falls in the no offense, the falls in the U.S. is like Ultimate Warrior type of falls. Jobber Falls.
Wow. Okay. Shots fired.
No, I'm telling you, it's so much nicer. It is so much nicer.
Really? 'Cause like I said, we went there and I was just like, wow, this is we traveled 6 hours for this. That was my reaction to seeing it. So maybe it's a lot better in Canada. I don't know. I was not really
Yeah.
didn't hit home for me. So I don't know. So if it's better on your side, it's good to know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely better. I highly recommend it if you ever go back down there again. I would say the next one though you would probably want to see is Old Quebec in Quebec because it's like something out of Europe. It's one of the most beautiful towns.
Old Quebec, that's in Montreal, like that area, or
yeah. So Montreal is one of the cities, but inside of Quebec. But Old Quebec City is like European type of look to it. It's really
really okay.
beautiful. Yeah.
Let me Google that real quick. old Quebec. See if you're lying to me again. Oh wow, it is. Whoa. Yeah, it doesn't look Canadian at all.
It doesn't. No. So like
So,
Montreal actually has a bit of it too, but you'll see most of it in like Quebec City.
like that, right? Just
Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, it looks very, very European, very Scandinavian.
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah. So that one to the yeah that one to the right
This
of
one?
the picture that you clicked on before.
This.
Yeah.
This. Umbrellas?
No, no, no,
Is
no.
that a thing?
To the but I mean, you get the idea though. It's a lot. There you go. That one specifically. See, you can tell like the way the architecture is,
Yeah,
and they've maintained that for since forever now, and it's still like just as beautiful when you visit it.
that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely recommend that place if you ever. It's about 2 hours away from Montreal, which is usually where the type of nightlife is over there. But
Hmm.
it's still worth a trip just to visit it, check it out.
How far is that from you?
So it's about 5 hours just to get to Montreal. So it's roughly about
Gosh.
8 hours to drive from Toronto to Quebec City.
Wow. Okay. So,
Yeah,
have you been there before?
I have. Yeah, I've been there twice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Seems
And
very
then
nice. Okay.
and
Yeah.
then
Two more.
the next so the next one would probably be somewhere in the Maritimes, probably in like Newfoundland, so that you can get a hold of their lobsters over there.
That's I, I would travel for some lobsters. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be one thing, and then maybe in BC if you end up going to the west, maybe Fisherman's Wharf is over there. I know that. Um,
I also hear Vancouver's like gorgeous too. People keep telling me Vancouver's a nice city. So
it is. It is.
yeah.
I haven't been there yet. Um, but yeah, I hear some nice things, like good and bad. But I mean, for the most part, it's nice.
Don't tell me there's a mafia there too now.
No, no, no. It's more like a tent city kind of
Oh,
area.
really?
Yeah,
Like a Skid Row kind of thing in LA?
kind of. Yeah, kind of. So there's some
Wow.
areas that do have it over there.
Interesting. Okay, see, yeah. I didn't hear about that. People just tell me it's nice.
The weather
No
is
one talks
nice over
about that
there.
part.
The
Is it
weather's nice.
completely different than Toronto? The weather?
Oh yeah, it's West Coast, right? So you're gonna get the West Coast weather. If it's not snowing, I mean, it barely snows there, but so you'll mostly get rain if it is cold for the most part.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So you've been in Toronto your whole life, or no?
yeah. I was born and raised here. Yeah.
Ever have a desire to move, or are you just happy?
I mean, to be honest, yes. Just because of the cost of living here has been crazy expensive now. So like, I was actually maybe considering like wanting to visit Alberta to see if that would be a viable option, just because the cost of living in Alberta is
Like
way less.
the middle of nowhere, Alberta? Like,
Yeah, middle of nowhere Alberta. Yeah.
whoa, okay, yeah,
But like let me like put it to perspective though, because eh, uh like a 2 bedroom condo here in Toronto will ring you up to about like $1 million. So
what?
yeah, legit.
You like U.S. dollars or Canadian dollars?
No, Canadian dollars. But like you can get a similar, if not bigger, 2 bedroom condo in say Calgary for about $300,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
it
Okay.
is. It is.
And Calgary is still a pretty big city, right? Calgary is not small. Right?
Oh no, not at all. They're big, like they're right where Edmonton is as well. So Edmonton's another big city over there. Those are the two big ones in
They're
Alberta.
both Alberta. I know they both have hockey teams. They're big enough for that.
Yeah,
Big enough for
exactly,
a hockey market.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, no,
Okay.
it's somewhere I was actually really considering, but we'll get there down the road and see if anything happens.
Especially if you can work like remotely, right? Like you don't have to really focus on being around a specific area for your job.
Yeah,
You can make it
exactly. Like
work.
the
Yeah.
beauty of my job right now, I'm working remote, So like I work on like right here on my desk right now, and so it's the most convenient thing ever. I love it.
I would you consider resellers remote work too, or do we have to be somewhere?
It depends, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
like you, some people like the comfort of their own home because they can just go upstairs to a kitchen or downstairs wherever. But then some people prefer to bring all their stuff to say like a warehouse or a shed. But like that, it's really their
I,
preference. I don't know. Yeah.
I've done both. I like this version at the home a lot better than the warehouse life. But
Yeah.
again, it has its perks. The perks was that my house was clean back home, back in
Oh yeah.
PA.
Yeah.
All my stuff was at the warehouse. Here, my house is just hard to invite a girl over. You're gonna ask a lot of questions.
Like,
She'll be
oh,
like,
that's a lot of ring lights you got there. What do
yeah,
you do?
yeah. It's like, what is? You got a rolling light here? You got a green screen in here? What do you have all these tape measures for? One of the first questions I got was like, "Why do you have all the stuffed animals on your couch?" I'm like, they're all for sale. They're all squishmallows. I couldn't put it anywhere else. So I'm using
Did you
them as
want to buy
storage.
one? Did you want to buy
Yeah.
one?
Oh, I should have asked. I'm like, hey, dude, if I'll give you a special
Interesting.
deal. I don't have to pay eBay fees if you buy it locally. So, I'll cut you a major deal. That was like the first question I was like, what's all these like they thought like I just like played with stuffed animals and stuff. I'm like, nope, they're on sale. They're
Oh my gosh.
Do you ever think about coming back to YouTube and just making something else, or just you just have no desire at all for content anymore?
I mean, I still love like editing videos because like I have a lot of family videos that I do my own editing for. So I still have that passion for editing videos. It's more like I really don't want to do reselling if I do.
Yeah,
Like if I do it, I mean, I want to be passionate about it if I want to put something out, like if it's about sports or something. Like I
yeah.
love Raptors true
That's what I
drama.
was gonna like talk to you about, like basketball stuff. Seems like you have a
Yeah.
passion for that, and I think you know like every player on every team right now.
I
So you
try
can
to.
just,
I mean, it helps that I was doing like a lot of fantasy drafts and stuff, so that's why I have a lot more knowledge with a lot of these players. But yeah, no, I love like talking about breaking down the like the plays and all that and the different stats of the players and like what they've been lacking, and it's fun. I enjoy like just like watching that.
in your opinion, who's the best NBA analyst, and why is it Charles Barkley?
because he loves the big old women from San Antonio.
Yeah, I have some watchers from San Antonio. Jen's Multiverse is from San Antonio. Where he goes like they like to eat their churros like this, right? That's his bit.
I can go watch like Charles Barkley's videos for like 3 hours straight. Like
They're all
they're
my
so good.
homepage. Like YouTube recommends them to me because they know how much I like to watch them. And he just like he just says the most stupidest stuff. He just Chuck just crack me not Chuck Shaq just cracking up in the background.
And then he always like instigates it too. That's what makes it so funny.
Yeah, oh he
Like, you're
does.
like, what'd you say,
Shaq,
Chuck? What'd you say?
yeah, it's like, Chuck, I don't think they heard you. What does he tell himself? Like he had a double single, something like that, right? When somebody
Yeah,
does
one of the players, you had like a triple single.
triple single. It's like, oh, Klay Thompson had a good night. He had a triple single.
Oh my god! No, I honestly though I can talk about that all day. Like it's so fun to talk about for me. Just seeing like who's on the like what team who like today like this month like alone just the first week it's been free agency, right?
Yeah, it's
So
been
like
crazy.
my phone has been going nuts with because I follow like the Adrian
Oh,
Wojnarowski's like
yeah.
and like so like
Uh,
they
how
completely
do
post all that stuff.
so those people know what? No way. Whoa, she works for ESPN, right? and he gets the information like before teams get the information. How do you think how does
Yeah,
one guy like
it's
that work?
like, I mean,
I
he definitely knows people from within like each man, like each team. Like he knows at least one person. So like
and they just
that.
tell him like, "Yo, we're about to trade for this guy," and then he tweets it out,
Yeah, yeah.
or he threads it out. It's
Oh God.
the new thing, because like I remember that like uh almost any NBA draft, you can just follow him on Twitter, and he will tell you all the picks before you see him on TV, and he's always right. Him being
Almost,
like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. Like it's pretty impressive, and like I mean, he's definitely like one of the biggest, if not one the biggest, like person out there when it comes to breaking
Breaking
news
news, yeah,
in
biggest and
basketball.
like reliable. Because I can just go right now and tweet a bunch of other stuff like the Sixers just trade for Damian Lillard, and no one's gonna take it seriously. But
Yeah,
if he says it, you're like, oh, it's true.
yeah, it's true.
So tell me, as a Sixers fan, what should we do with your analytical brain? Do we just blow it up?
No,
I, I,
I mean
I
you
was
gotta
telling
build
my
around it.
friends, like, if it was possible, it's already too late now. If we could trade Maxi, Harden, and Embiid to Toronto for the first overall pick, I mean to the Spurs for the first overall pick. Was that crazy thought for me?
Yeah, that's not fair at all. Like I as like a generation as a generational talent as Wembanyama is, we don't know yet, right? So we at least with like Maxi, you have an established guard, like scoring guard,
Yes.
and then Harden. I don't know what he's gonna do yet. Like he hasn't signed with anyone yet,
Well,
and
he signed with us.
like he resigned.
Yeah, for 32 million, something like that, for like 1 year.
No way, did he really?
You didn't hear about that?
No, that
Am
must
I
be new because
crazy?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's old news. Or did he pick up his option?
No,
Uh,
I think he declined it. He declined his option to be a free agent.
closes a new team after Philadelphia picked up a 35.6 player option. That's what he did.
Oh, okay. But I
But
think he did want to be traded though.
yeah, I heard he's going to the Clippers or something like that. That's what I've been hearing. But
Yeah,
with
I think one point he wanted to go to Houston, but then they picked up Fred VanVleet from us, which is fine because like that's a stupid amount of money to
yo,
sign him
some of
for.
these players been DiVincenzo. What? Did you see what he got from the Knicks?
Yeah, I didn't understand that trade at all, just because they have a ton of guards. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess they're gonna get rid of some of their guys to get to fill in
Um,
DiVincenzo.
it's really good to be a basketball player right now, man. They're making some crazy money.
Yeah,
So like these guys wouldn't, like, no offense, people to play now, but like in the '90s, nobody would know who DiVincenzo is. He wouldn't make he wouldn't
yeah,
make a
no,
starting lineup. He would be like the seventh, eighth guy coming off the bench, and here he's
probably.
making that crazy. And I was like, whoa, it's a good time to be a basketball player.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I would love to
Have the
take it
skills.
all back, and yeah.
We one of my good friends, he was eligible for the draft. Obviously wasn't drafted, but he was eligible for it. It's kind of cool. Yeah,
Oh no way.
yeah, he's it's kind of close to you, maybe. How far is Binghamton from you? Is that far? Binghamton, New York. I'm
Might
guessing
be far.
since you don't know. guess
It
it's
might be far.
guess it's far. I thought it was close to the falls. Binghamton, New York to Toronto, Ontario.
No, that looks far.
Course. I guess kind of far. He is way more central than I thought he was. I thought he was like way closer to that thing. But yeah, his name is if you want to Google look at his stats, his name is Jacob Falco.
Mhm.
He has his stats on ESPN. He did what he averaged last year: 14 points, 4.4 rebounds, 3.6 assists a game. Not terrible for Division
Oh,
Two, Division One school. Yeah,
that's not bad.
not obviously not draftable, but I think he's going to try to pursue it and play overseas somewhere, which would be probably pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's a good option.
Yeah, but like I've been so it's crazy. His family, they have 5 brothers in that family, right? So he's the second oldest. So the oldest one, his name is Jonathan, he's a really good friend of mine. He started learning the game when he was like 5 or 6, and he started loving basketball. He started
Yeah,
teaching this guy, Jacob, and they started at 7, 8. They started playing the whole time, and Jonathan's pretty good, but Jacob is way better than Jonathan, right? Now, the scary part is they have 3 younger brothers. They've been teaching them how to play basketball since they were born. Since they like could walk, they could dribble and do all this. So
wow,
2 of them are one of them is a high school sophomore now, and he's already playing on the senior team and the best player on that team. The other one's a freshman who's also now starting on the senior team as well, like on the varsity team.
yeah.
Uh, so they think that those 2 guys could be like it if they keep grinding. Be kind of crazy.
So I wouldn't be surprised then if we saw them like try to go for it and
Yeah, well,
try
that's
to.
what they're doing. They're trying to make every effort possible to like because their family is very like athletic as it is. They just gotta develop the
Mm,
fundamental just that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be crazy. I went to a couple of his games in college. So it was like a lot of fun to watch because he would play teams like around Philadelphia, so I can go there and he would give me tickets.
yeah.
So it's kind of cool to say, hey, I know somebody that that's out there, and I would like it would influence my betting, which is not good because he played on terrible teams. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna go off today. Let me like before he played at Binghamton, he played at Gardner Webb, which is like a North Carolina school, and they would play teams like Duke and Florida State. And I'm like, oh, he got this.
Upset
there,
time.
there would be like 27-point dogs against
Oh
like those
no.
teams. I'm like, oh, I believe he's gonna be on his A game today. They're gonna pull it up. And they're watching the first half. They're down by like 50. I'm like,
Oh no.
maybe not.
Well, at least he tried.
Yeah. The fact that he got free ride to all the one schools, I feel like that's pretty good. I hope he continues. I'd say I hope he plays overseas. It'd be pretty cool. Because like if he goes to like I don't know, like Slovakia or something or Slovenia, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start following the Slovenian basketball league now. I'm gonna be all into that, and I'll be telling you, yo, this guy Yakov Shmarnov or something, yo, watch out for him. He's the next Jokic. I'll be your scout for the Slovenian Basketball Association. Man. I'll tell you all the good players coming out.
Nice. That's awesome though.
It's. Do you have any family or friends that you know that are big timers? Besides
Oh
me,
god.
obviously.
So like the only thing they're big time in is like karaoke probably.
Oh, karaoke. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean like no, they were not really the most athletic, but like
You don't have any like famous movie star friends or famous musicians?
uh I don't know. To be honest, like I thought I no wait, do I know someone?
Famous
I
maple syrup
I don't
makers? Is your uncle part of the maple syrup cartel? You just don't want to
the
talk about
maple
it.
syrup cartel. Nah, they're like a lot of my family's in the Philippines still, but they I mean I don't think they really do like big celebrity or anything like that. They're
so,
I
so
mean
your uncle is not Manny Pacquiao?
I wish. I
you
wish,
could
man.
you could afford a better condo.
I would go there all the time just to visit him so I can talk to him.
You ever gone to Philippines in your life? Or?
Yeah, I have, but like that was such a long time ago. God, I was probably like the first time I went, I was 4, So
Oh wow.
like that doesn't
You,
count.
you
So
don't
like
remember
I don't even.
anything, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last time I went there, I was like, I think I was 12. I want to say 11 or no, I was 11, and that was probably around 1995 or 96.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a
It's a
long
completely
time.
different time, yeah. Wow. I didn't know you were that much older than me. Hey, you're an old man.
I'm
Old
not
man
that
Chris
old.
over
What
here.
the? What do you got to be like that? Come on, like
What if you were 11 in 95, you were like
okay, I'm proud. I'm 38 right now. I'm
okay, so
38.
maybe the math is wrong then, but maybe you were an 11 in 95. Or maybe it is right. I don't know. I was 8 in 98 and I'm 33 right now. What year were you born?
85.
85. Okay, so you were 10 95. Okay, so I guess you were close. I guess you were
There you
close.
go. Yeah.
Just my math doesn't work. Okay, 38. Not as old as I thought. You're a second Chris we had in a row. I did an interview with Flip the World before you, last episode.
Yeah,
But
that's right. Yeah,
he's 40, so he's way older than you. So
two
you have
years.
that going. Hey, I feel like there's a big difference between 30s and 40s, though. You know, like 38 and 40 maybe is close, but that gap to have to write the four first,
Yeah,
that I'm sure that's a big mental change for sure.
yeah, for sure. Like
It's
I get to like if I look like 38 right now, if I were to shave, people think I'm like 31, 32 all the
yeah.
time.
Well,
Like,
I thought you were my age the whole time. I thought you were like 32, 33. So
yeah,
I don't
there
know.
you go. So
Must
it's
be
that baby face.
the Filipino blood in you. That's
Yeah,
what it must be.
exactly.
So, were your parents born in the Philippines or no?
Yeah, so my parents were in the Philippines. They came to Canada in 78, 79, I'd say. And then yeah, so that's when they stayed here. I have they had two girls, and then I came.
Now, did they like get a green card or how to? Or was it for work? I'm always intrigued to know stories how that people also how to choose Canada of all places. You know, like that's really interesting. How to go from Philippines to Canada when USA is available.
No, so they actually no, I totally get it. As far as I know, though, they had family here though already, so they helped them
Oh, okay.
get their green card via their sponsors here.
Okay, so this was you said 70s, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
this 70s, 80s, 90s was a lot more open for immigration than it is now,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I'm
okay.
pretty sure they were allowing like everyone like left, front, and center at that
I
time.
mean, I mean, they allowed me in, so you know there was no
There
restrictions
you
at
go.
all.
But who wouldn't let you in though? Like you're
Well, I was a teeny lad back then. They didn't care. But it's always funny to hear because I kind of if you heard my story about how I got in the States was my uncle won a green card
Mhm.
in '92 as like a lottery, I think 91,
Really?
92. Yeah, that's how he got. We had lotteries back then, not for money, for green cards every like month or
Yeah.
so, like the Powerball or whatever, the Mega Millions.
Yeah.
And he got it. And the reason why they chose Philadelphia was that was the cheapest plane ticket from Ukraine at that time. 'Cause he
Really?
had no family, no nobody. So like, how else he gonna choose where to go? So they're like,
That's so
che-
random though. Like Philly happened to be the cheapest one. That's
cheapest.
crazy.
So he did, and then just like your parents, everybody else that went like, oh well, we know so and so in Philly. I guess we're going to Philly, and
Yeah.
my entire family, like from both sides, eventually end up in Philadelphia just because of that. And they just made little clusters. Like, all right, we have a Philly cluster. And I had other people that I know that had the same thing that happened, but they were in Seattle. That was the
Yeah.
cheapest flight. So they're in Seattle. Some people work in Sacramento or whatever. It's kind of crazy how it works out.
Wow. That's crazy.
so,
Yeah.
so somebody in your family probably had a flight, and the cheapest one was to Toronto, and then that's
That's very possible. I mean, like almost all the flights are coming from here anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the cheapest.
What's the capital of Philippines? Manila, Manila, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Is there a direct flight from Manila to Toronto?
There should be. Yeah. Before there used to not be, but now I think they have like a Philippine airline that just goes direct flights.
That sounds like a long flight. That's
Oh, it's like what 12, 13 hours, I'd say.
yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds like a long time to be on the plane. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That can be
Uh,
brutal. Like I remember going, but I think when I went, we always had to go to the U.S. first, and then some country in Asia, and then the Philippines.
oh, so you
So
had
like,
2 stops.
yeah,
Sheesh. Oof.
yeah,
That must be. I rather do direct because any delay at any of those stops, you're screwed.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Eh. I was talking to I think a lot of Josh. He's on telling me that he did a direct flight from New York to Korea, which I'm like that sounds very long too.
Yeah.
I think that one was like 14 hours, something like that, 15 hours. Can you imagine being on a plane for that long?
Yes, I can, but like I can. It's great. I remember that when I did go, I went from Toronto to Michigan, and then Michigan to Korea. So like, yeah, that took a while from Michigan to Korea.
That's probably the longest one. Yeah, that was probably like 8 to 10 hours by itself, if not
Yeah,
longer. Yeah.
yeah,
Then Korea to Philippines is probably just like 1 or 2 hours, I guess.
yeah. I think it was like 3 or 4. Yeah, around that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing this fall. I'm going to Finland. We're doing direct from New York to Finland, so that's only like 5 hours. That's doable.
Oh, nice. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was only 5 hours. That's not bad.
Yeah. I wait, I hope. Maybe I'm making stuff up. Maybe I'm just psyching myself up for it. And then like, oh, it's only 5 hours. And I go there, it's like 8.
Yeah. When you convert it to finish time, it'll be 8. Watch.
No, it might be longer because every time I fly to Ukraine, we did New York to Poland and then Poland to Ukraine. And Poland's like 5 hours. And I feel like Poland's closer than Finland. Man, again, I
Yeah.
don't know how time works. I don't know if you realize this. I'm not that smart, Chris. I act like I was smart on TV just to impress you, but I'm not
you
that
you
smart.
you play a smart guy on your
Yeah.
episode.
I get my script every morning. I read the lines really, really well, and then I'm ready to go, man. Nobody knows. Well, some people are starting to figure it out. I'm getting a lot of YouTube hate watchers now, so people are figuring out that I'm not that smart.
Come on, they're really. I don't understand. Like I've never really had like I maybe had one in my entire time I was posting videos that like he tried to call me out for like like one of the items that I bought, but like I've never really had like for the most part like like any hate or anything. It's crazy like when I see like the amount of hate like the not well maybe specifically the U.S. resellers get sometimes. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a U.S. thing or not. But
Well, the reselling is really like frowned upon here for some reason. A lot of people like look at us as like taking advantage of other people,
yeah,
and no matter like sometimes I try to like have a normal conversation with the people about this, and they
mhm,
just ends up just with a bunch of f bombs here, this and that. So I just
yeah,
stop. But like I never understood like how am I taking advantage of them, especially for me because I just usually either pay what they say or sometimes I even pay them more. Like in my video today, somebody said $30 for everything. I said that's too little. How about I give you 40? And I got like 5 comments saying that I didn't pay them enough. And I'm like,
wow,
what am I supposed to? They're like, you should have paid at least 60 for that. How dare
oh
you?
my god,
I'm like, I already paid more than they asked. Others would have haggled down to 20 or something, you know? Like I already gave them more. It was so like that part I don't get, like how you can say we're taking advantage of them when we're just paying their prices. They think that we need to say, hey, by the way, this thing sells for $100 online. You should be asking 50 for it, not 10. You know, that's what their mentality is, or even just like paying them 100 for it. I don't know how to please these people anymore. You know?
that's ridiculous. Because I guess they don't really understand too. At the same time, when like these people are just selling to get rid of their stuff. Like they don't care what the price is based on that. Like you can tell them it costs $1,000, but they want it out of their property because they're trying to clear up their house. So like if they
Yeah,
want to sell it for whatever, like just let it be. Like it really doesn't make any sense for you. Like if you want me to pay 60, I'll gladly take 20 from you if you want to pay, if you want to cover
yeah.
some of that. But
It's
they
a
don't think
whole
about that.
it's a whole mentality out there. I don't know what the word for it is, but the people that want to play like social media police, it's not just with the reselling world, it's with a bunch of things. No matter what some people post, everybody wants to like be the good guy, the keyboard warrior online and fight
Yeah, yeah.
for the people. I started like replying to some people saying, "Hey, I know their address. I can send it to you. You can send them $100 if that makes you feel if that makes you feel better. If you think I didn't pay this lady enough, here you go. Here's her address. Go send her a check. Say, hey, I saw this
Yeah.
video of so and so. But I've seen it a lot of time, like with social media, all this thing. People are like they like or this. I'm in a bunch of like groups where it's like my local neighborhood, and people just always want to be the police about everything. They'll be like, "Hey, this so and so is blowing up fireworks, and I'm trying to sleep," or something like stupid like that. And I'm like, "It's the 4th of July. They're gonna be blowing up fireworks."
Oh
Like
my gosh.
I don't know what to tell you. Or they'll be like, "Is there?" There was a funny one like last week. Is there a volume that they could like? How loud does that have to be for me to call the cops for a sound complaint for them blowing up fireworks in my backyard? They're like, and I'm like, there's no way you're gonna call the cops on your neighbors that are blowing up fireworks. There's no way you can do that.
On the 4th of July, like that's crazy.
Is that a big day for you guys too? I'm sure you guys celebrate the heck out of the 4th of July.
Oh yeah, we we celebrate it by working.
What's Canada's version of that day?
So July 1st is Canada Day. So like
Oh, so it's the same month. Oh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
okay.
So like we went camping this weekend. So like that's how we celebrated, and so we can hear fireworks and see fireworks while
Now,
we were there.
is Canada Day very similar to Independence Day for us?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it
oh yeah,
like barbecues and like fireworks? It's the same exact thing. Okay.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But you guys go way harder. Like we're
Well, yeah.
soft.
Oh, duh. Come on, man. We take our freedom seriously.
But you guys have like all those crazy fireworks that are probably not even eligible to come to Canada.
Yeah, last year, my last Independence Day in Philly, one of my friends there spent like 10 grand. Just
Oh
he
my
had a
god.
house party, which it was just like a regular house party in his
Yeah.
backyard, and he spent 10 grand on fireworks for a show that lasted about 30 minutes.
That's overdoing it. Come on. 10 grand.
Yeah, he was like, this is like one of these that's almost illegal to buy anywhere, but I got one." And I was like, "Whoa!" I'm like, should I? Do I need some special glasses to watch this? Is this good?
Oh my gosh, that's nuts.
Yeah, man, people take their fireworks seriously. Man. I never also understood it. I'm like, I'll rather like go to like a public place and watch the city put it on. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
enjoy it that way and not spend $1 because I don't know. So that's how I do it.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat as you. I would do the same thing. Like I can just enjoy it and I'd rather watch and someone else like and see and get a nice show like just to watch for
Yeah,
free.
because nobody's going to be talking about the fireworks show 8 years from now. Like, oh, you imagine? Remember when Tommy spent so much money on fireworks? That was crazy. That show was insane. I don't remember anything from that show right now. I don't remember anything special from the fireworks. I only know it was fun because he's Greek, and it was
Mhm,
interesting because all the food they were grilling was Greek. It wasn't like the regular burgers and dogs. It
mhm.
was like we had euros and like his dad was making like lamb kebabs on
Slovaki.
the grill and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is different. I like this.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace from the regular hot dogs and burgers, right?
Oh,
And
God.
then
I love Greek, man. I love Greek food.
yeah. Then they put lamb chops on the grill too. I was like, whoa, this is some bougie people over here, man. Okay. I can get down with this.
Yeah, but you gotta have lamb in a certain way. I think it can be strong sometimes, just depending on how you make it. But yeah, for the most part, I like lamb.
I think it's an underrated protein. A lot of people are a lot of people are either afraid of it, or people say, "Oh, it's too cute. I can't eat that. It's too cute." I'm like, it's delicious. Again, yet not to prepare it. That's not a thing because a lot of people can destroy lamb really easily. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's that to
Oh
be
yeah.
properly made. Can you throw it down in the kitchen?
I try to. I mean, I do more baking than I do cooking. I'd say.
Baking,
Yeah.
like cakes?
Yeah. I mean, I don't do cakes a lot, but I mean, I do lots of other like pastries and all that.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I make a
Not
mean
what
strudel
you
sometimes.
make a mean make a mean strudel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not something you hear very often. Those two words combined together.
No, but like
I-
I think one of the most complex things I probably make quite a bit is the French macaron.
you can pull that off.
Oh yeah, yeah. I make them a lot actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of like Master Chef shows and stuff like that. By the way,
Mhm.
Master Chef Canada, low key, very good show. I like it better than Master Chef USA.
Really?
You have that crazy like Asian judge that like
Oh, that guy's crazy.
that dude is nuts. I love to watch him. He's like, this meal is terrible.
I see- honestly, I feel like every time I hear him, he wants to hit them like every
Yeah,
time.
like I thought he was going to like take the plates and throw them back at them. It was like he's trying so hard to be like Gordon Ramsay, but like the Canadian
Yeah,
version of it. Yeah,
yeah,
but like yeah, anytime I would watch MasterChef, that would be like the one that always throws them off is the macaroon. People don't know how to make it properly. Apparently,
yeah.
it's like
No, that's
really
it's a
difficult.
really if you're not exact with your ingredients at this like the precise like number of grams or whatever it is that you're gonna be completely off with your with like how it's gonna be prepared. So it'll
It's like a science, right? So like if you add just a little bit more baking soda than you're supposed to, it's screwed everything up.
yeah potentially. I mean like you're making sure that first off you're mixing almond flour with uh like a stiff peaked meringue, right? So then when you mix all of them together, it's got to be a certain consistency, or else it won't even rise when you're in the oven. But then also you have to take into account the oven temperature as well. Like after a certain X amount of minutes, you got to turn it down or turn it up.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
after yeah, so it's really complex.
So you can't just like set it and forget it. You have to like keep
Exactly, yeah.
playing with it. Dang.
It's not like banana bread. I can do that to banana bread. It just
I don't even know how to make banana bread. I haven't attempted to make
yeah,
anything yet.
yeah.
I'm afraid. I know it's a completely different world from cooking, so it's I haven't ventured out to it yet. Dang. Okay. So can you make a baked Alaska?
I cannot. No, I've never tried
That one
to
looks
make one.
pretty intense too.
Yeah.
It's not then that the thing where it's like fire and ice, right? Aren't they taking the same thing? It's like
Uh,
ice cream with meringue and it's baked.
so yeah, so like you're
Yeah.
putting all that stuff inside of the meringue. Yeah. So like
And then they
I've
light it
never
on
tried
fire.
that. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Can you do that? Can you make that for me?
Oh, God, can't
So
even make that
yeah.
for me. That's crazy though. That's very. Uh,
I
yeah,
want to see
that's
this
pretty
on your
cool.
Facebook next, Chris. This is what I want to see. I want to see a picture of this on your Facebook. Like this picture right here. I want to flambe
Oh
with
God.
that fire. Want your kids holding a fire extinguisher
That's
next door
too
to it.
hardcore. That's hardcore.
Yeah, look, I got a bunch of different layers in there.
I've never
Yeah,
tried it though. Like it looks interesting to try, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it looks like ice cream cake. How could it go wrong, right? Yeah. Now is the meringue part itself hard to make? Just the meringue, the cream meringue on top?
No, that's
Uh,
fairly easy. I mean, it's consisting mainly of egg whites and sugar. So as long as you're making it sure that it's whisked the right amount of time at a certain amount of peak and stiffness, that's what she said. But you just got to make sure that it's within that specific parameter. But yeah,
I didn't want to say it, but good thing you said it.
yeah, there you go.
You can't use the word peak and stiffness and then throw a Michael Scott line in there.
Yeah,
You have to do
exactly.
it. And it has to be egg white. You can't put egg yolks in it.
No,
Will it ruin
that's
it?
not. Yeah, that's not. You won't be able to make it anymore. That's
The yolks destroy that much?
well. You don't even use it. You don't use the egg yolks at all for meringue.
What do you use? So what do? You just throw the yolk out? You can't just throw a yolk out.
No, well, I'll put it to the side or something. Like, let's say I can make a custard or something with it. Like
Okay.
that comes in handy.
Just make some pasta with it on the side real quick.
I could a mean carbonara maybe.
Juice. But the guy that makes he has those like TikToks where he doubles the yolk every day for the pasta. Did you hear about him?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So there's a double the yolk pasta guy. Let's see if Google helps me out.
Double the yolk.
Yeah, Ryan Peters. So he has a series where he makes a pasta for the homeless, but he doubles the yolk every day. Well, it's not really every day because it gets harder to make. So, for example, here's him. I'll put this hand on so I don't get anything.
Oh my
Day
God!
12. So this is day 12 of it. There's like 2,048 yolks. But so you start off with one. So that was an easy one, obviously.
Yeah.
That was an easy day. Then it goes to 2, and then so he did I think the last one he did was with Mr. Beast. I think it's like on day 13 or something, or day 14, where it's like
Oh my God.
So day 11 was 1,000 yolks. Day 9, 256 yolks.
This is day 9 of my series of making a batch of pasta dough, but the egg yolks double every time, and this is officially the largest batch I've ever made. 256 yolks.
So there's
Oh my
256. It's not that big. Here's day 11. What is he? Ryan Peters. Let's see how many he has.
Do they end up using that pasta and like eating
Yeah,
it?
he gives it to the homeless.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So here's his 10,000 egg one. He had to get Mr. Beast's help for it. So it was supposed to be 8,000 eggs, but he did 10,000. So day 14, and that's the last one he did.
Oh my God.
Where's the pool? So he started blowing up. So he had like all these companies come in and donate the flour. He had like the farmers donate the eggs and do all this. He said the hardest part for him is doing the yolk separation because you have to separate all the yolks by hand. You can't do it by
you
can't use the machine for that. So he separate 10,000 yolks by hand. that's a lot. Yes. So here's the
you got to have like more than one person doing that if they're gonna do that.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
10,000 egg yolks right there.
That's insane. It's literally a pool of orange that could like that looks like almost like mac and cheese or something.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And then they had a whole bunch of people just come and do it. Yeah, I don't know. It could be you, man.
Oh God. I'll be doing that on the floor because I haven't been doing that.
But you could be the opposite. You could be the meringue guy. I'm making meringue, but the egg whites double every day. You can pull it off.
Idea, actually.
Yeah. I want to see how far you can get into it. Yeah, because
I might change my name to Meringue Beast.
Oh, that's a nice ring to it, man. I feel like there's enough meringue lovers out there that would watch. Is it even possible to make meringue with one egg, or you get nothing out of it?
I mean, you won't get that much, but yeah, you can make it.
There you go. See? So, but how much meringue can you make with 10,000 eggs?
God, probably this like I don't know, a pool maybe. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah, you would probably need because so well you said you just mix it with sugar, right? You said that's how
Yeah.
it works, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you would need a big mixing bowl. I don't know where you would find one like that unless
Because
somebody does give you their pull.
at the same time too, remember you're still separating the yolk from the egg whites too, right?
Yeah, that's
So
a
so
lot.
that's a shit ton of time, man. I don't have time for that. That's too much.
I know in the last one he had to do a whole so on the video he says, should we try 20,000 next? That's what he just said on the video.
Mhm.
So apparently they're going for 20K next, 20,000 egg
Oh
yolks.
my God.
But in the video he had to explain because all those keyboard warriors also came for him and it's like, you're wasting all this food, blah blah blah. So he actually explained how all the eggshells go to a compost farm and they all get used. He said
Yeah.
all the egg whites get donated and all the food goes to the homeless, and people are still complaining that he's wasting all this eggs. So, even though
There's
but
always gonna
he's
be there's always gonna be complainers. Doesn't matter even explaining yourself.
yeah. So this guy is now at 1.36 million views on what you call it on eBay. He probably is bigger on TikTok, I would guess. I think he's bigger on TikTok. But when did he start this? I want to see day 4, day 3. I don't think it was that long ago.
Did you say 1 point something on eBay?
Oh, yeah, on eBay. Yeah, what was it on eBay? It doesn't say the stats in the shorts here when the video came out for some reason. So I don't know when he started. Yeah, that's the one thing I catch myself doing all the time when I'm doing my vlogs and stuff. I'm like, the
Yeah.
key to success on YouTube is to list every single day. That's like, I say something like that. Like, if you list every day and you list good quality items, YouTube will reward you. They're like, YouTube's going to reward me? I'm like, yeah. Well, for me, it's
Get
like
more subscribers.
for me, it's the same. Like it's all under one flipper umbrella. I count it as one. So like, I don't get those people that say, hey, you're just a full-time like YouTuber now or whatever. Like for me, it's they go hand in hand. I make content about reselling, so like I can't be making videos if I'm not buying things and listening to those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I get those words confused all the time. So yeah,
All good, man. All good.
so yeah, I have a lot of subscribers on eBay. People love me on eBay.
Gotta follow you.
So since you watched the show, you know what time it is, Chris?
Yeah, it's 11:30.
Oh,
Are you talking about right now, or like the time that you go on the
I'm talking about
draft?
the time in the podcast right now. You know what time it is for in the podcast? It's time for the rank 5 blind thing.
Oh,
Do you know what
okay.
that time is? You know how the game works. I don't have to explain it to you, right? I don't know.
For the new listeners, let's run it down again.
So this is where I give you 5 things. You have to rank them 1 to 5.
Okay.
You know what comes next. 1's the best, 5's the worst. And for you, I did wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but I didn't give you any of those like Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold. I gave you more like the B tier, like the Intercontinental Champion tier wrestlers. You know,
Oh, like the Tito Santanas.
I don't. He's not on the list, but stuff like that. So 1 to 5, right? 1's the best, 5's the worst. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna start you off with Road Dogg.
Okay. Okay.
Well, where are you putting him?
Well, I mean, I want to know who the other 4 are.
That's the point of the game. You don't know what the other 4 are, and you can't move him later.
All right. So, I mean, based on mic skills, I would give him a good ranking. But if I'm gonna do an overall type of thing, I'd probably give him or put him at 4. I'd say
4. Okay, that's fair. I mean, the whole New Age Outlaws thing wouldn't exist without his mic skills, as you said, right?
Exactly. Like they were like one of the worst, like wrestling wise. But like everyone,
they were pretty bad wrestlers, and then also Billy Gunn didn't say anything.
Yeah,
All his thing was like, and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. That's all
yeah,
he said. Road Dogg
exactly.
did the whole rest of the speech, and the speech was like a lot of like, that was a crazy speech too.
I loved it. I can listen to that all day. That was one of my favorite things during that time.
Yeah, for a while I didn't realize that was not part of the music, right? The because the
Oh, you
music
didn't
goes
know?
off. Yeah, the oh
Yeah,
you didn't know part,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You better go tell somebody. Like I thought that was part of the song, but like no, that's
I
actually
thought that
Road
too.
Dogg doing that too. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, so you have Road Dogg at 4, number 4. Poor Road Dogg, just no respect. All right, Gold Dust.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh. Okay.
how
He had some
I hit a
really.
quarter of that one. I hit a quarter of that one.
Yeah, no. He's a 1 or 2 for me for sure.
Oh, it's up there for you. Okay.
Yeah, no, like he started like that whole like innuendo controversial type of
Oh,
gimmick.
the gimmick, yeah, yeah. He's definitely the first one for sure. A
I'll
lot of
put him in. Yeah, go ahead.
like the OJ scene, right? That
Yeah.
was with Goldust in it, like the Bronco chasing the Bronco along the highway. Why wasn't that Goldust as well? A lot of memorable scenes he's in for sure.
But like he had different gimmicks too, like Tourette's Gold Dust. Do you remember Tourette's Gold
Yeah,
he was good though.
Him and Booker T were a great combo. Those two were great. Yeah,
Yeah. I'll put him at 2. I would put him at 2.
and he can wrestle too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can.
like
Yeah.
I remember him the first like was it AEW? Is it that the other company, right?
Yep, he's in there right now.
Yeah, his match with Cody Rhodes on the first pay per view that they had, that was like
Yeah.
that was crazy. That was like really good. So yeah, so he knows what he's doing.
He
Goldust
still
is
got it,
2,
yeah.
Real Dugg is 4. Next, Bradshaw
Oh.
or JBL or Bradshaw, however you want to see him.
He's definitely not number 1.
No respect for the clothesline from hell, man. No respect for the clothesline from
I
hell.
love that. No, I love that clothesline from hell. That was one of the craziest things. Like you see him do that to like a jobber, and like
yeah, the jobber
he
does
just hit
8.
destroy.
He does 8 front flips on his way down.
Yeah. So for the audience that don't know, a jobber is like an enhancement wrestler, mainly to just be treated like a rag doll for the superstar
to look good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
To show off all the skills on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Say I'll put him at 3. I'll put him at 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So you got Goldust 2, Bradshaw 3, Road Dogg. So you have 1 and 5 open. Wow, this is playing a risky game here. You got the top and the bottom.
I am.
All right. Next one, Rikishi.
Ooh. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Wow.
So the Kishi's a 1. The big Kish is a 1 or a 5 now, man.
You know what? Like, I'll put him at 1. Like
the big Kish at a 1. Dang. Wow.
He was a hard worker. Like regardless of his size, he was always like up there with like one of the title contenders all the time. And
yeah,
I think he's up there. I mean, his mic skills obviously wasn't there, but I think he, like, in terms of hard work, like he was up there.
Also part of like the huge family.
Exactly.
Like,
there you go.
Like, did you ever see like the Usos sit down for an interview and they ask like, "Who is this guy?" He's like, "Oh, that's my uncle. Oh, that's my cousin.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's my other." Like, it's like the whole roster is your uncle. Like, yeah, pretty much. We got Rocky, we got Umaga, all of them. You know.
I'm afraid I'm gonna find out what the next guy is, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I know who the last guy is, and disrespectful for him to be at 5.
Oh,
it's
no.
Kane.
Oh man.
Yeah. Tell me why you hate Kane so much. Go ahead. Why do you hate fire?
I mean, so I really dislike how he stopped using that thing for his voice. He used to.
You disliked using that? You dislike that
Yeah.
you stopped that?
No, I prefer he kept doing that, and then he stopped for some reason.
That was freaky, man. That
He should have been my one for sure. No, he would have been.
he
my
was
one.
using that back when he was like with Xbox, right? He used to say like suck it on that thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
that was hilarious when you hear the buzz like suck it.
He had that mask for a long time, right? Because even after that, he still wore the mask, and then I think it was like early 2000s. He was with like RVD, where the mask came off, right? And then that was the tag team, and he had,
maybe
like,
around that time.
And he had like that burnt face and stuff and all that. Yeah, it's crazy. And he's like a mayor now, right? He's a
and
yeah.
I
Tennessee,
forgot
I
what
think.
state.
Tennessee, in Knoxville, I think. Yeah, I've been seeing some. So I had one guy reach out to me on Instagram that I declined to interview with. Right, he was like, "Hey, I'm doing these interviews. If you want to come on the show." Then I looked at his YouTube, and he interviewed like Kane.
Oh, no way!
But not Kane, but like the guy's villain. I forgot the name was. Yeah.
Glenn Jacobs?
So
like
the actual person. Yeah, like he interviewed for like an hour. I was like, what the heck? How are you like? How do you span from that to some known reseller? Like that's the thing. So I was like, okay, this guy's open for interviews. I'm gonna bring him on the Flip Side podcast in the future. But when he comes on in the future, I show him this list, Chris. And I'm like, look, this guy ranked you as 5.
Yeah, I know that. But just let him know I felt bad for that 5.
I'll make sure he knows. I'm like, he put you at 5, but he was very upset that he had to put you at 5.
I had no choice.
He played the game, bro. He said he likes Road Dogg and Goldust way more than you. Okay, so now that you know the names, how would you rank them? Those 5.
Okay, so Kane would have been 1. Probably Goldust 2. Rikishi 3.
Bradshaw 4, Road Dogg 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
When I made this list, I was like, yeah, Kane's definitely going first. Rikishi is like such a wild card because people either love him or hate him, you know. So I love the Big Quiche, so I would rank him high too. Then other people are appalled by him and his finishing moves.
Yeah, he was like he played it so well though, like that. He never tried to be like any different. Like he just I don't know. I love the way he portrayed it.
I feel like that's one way to succeed in that business is just whatever role they give you, you know, that's your thing. Don't try to go out of it because you won't make it. You know,
exactly.
So like you don't hear him like going out there. It's like, no, I want to be a title contender. I want to be out there and fight for the WB championship all the time. It's like, no, like I'll do my little shtick. I'll be part of Too Cool when you want me to be. I'll put the Sting face on people. And you probably got paid pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What would be your wrestling name if you were in there? Would you be the Beast? The BCQ?
What would I do? Like I'm no luchador by any means, but
I'm no luchador. You could be the baker, man. You could just like entice with your baking skills.
You got him with the rolling pin.
Yeah. That could be your little gimmick. That Triple H has a sledgehammer. you got the rolling pin. You just pull it out, like the brass knuckles for William Regal. Man, just pull it out.
So I got to come out with like a whole chef hat and chef jacket, and then my pants are like the tight white tights.
Yeah, it better be the white tights. White everything. I can see you pulling it off. Chris the Baker. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So it's time for us to wrap this up. I usually say tell people where to find you, but I don't know what kind of content they're gonna be looking for.
Yeah,
when it's time
exactly.
when it's time to find you. So
You can find me on the chat of the reseller draft every Monday.
that is a good place to find him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't really use I do use Instagram every now and then on like with my thrift piece handle, but yeah, it's almost next to non-existent anymore. Unfortunately, I appreciate everyone though that still does it and still remembers me. Like it's always been a memorable part of my life, and like I never took that for granted because it did make me money at the same time. So uh, it's still one of my favorite things. I still enjoy doing, even if it's just thrifting for myself
Yeah.
or not. Yeah.
Oh, I just saw your interview with Bobby live 3 years ago. I want to go watch that one. That's gonna be it. So if you guys want to see some cool lives with the OGs, Thrift
Yeah.
Beast on YouTube has some. You had some good ones with Tim over the years. I see Leroy in here. I see Tesla Picker. Some people I don't even know who they even are. Like I don't know who Jody or Cliff is. Are they still around?
They don't. Jody does some videos every now and then. Like I think he does like some Uber ones right now. Like the last time I saw, but I don't think they do much reselling anymore though.
Let's see. Listing night packing. I see Tracy Parks. I know who she is.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's Brandon. Resale King is on there. He just made a comeback recently. You know that?
Oh, he did? No, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, he came back to YouTube, but then he also stopped posting. I want to get him on the show as well. Yeah, wow, you got Resale King, then you have Jody. That's the one that's an Uber driver there.
Yeah. We used to have a show like every Tuesday. Like we'll go on for like an hour and just talk whatever.
Oh, you got Cernak on there too. Dang, yeah, that's crazy. It's going down memory lane over here.
Yeah, no, I had I think if you look at the very beginning though, my first interview was Ray and Dustin though.
Really?
Yeah. They were my first interview.
Let's see, I see Chris Treasure Chest. I see a lot of Josh. Before that,
It's way before that. Yeah, it's way before that.
I can't scroll far. This is wow, 4 years ago. Holy moly, it's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah.
So if you guys want 4 years of content, Thrift Beast on YouTube. Not sure if what he's telling you is still eligible now. if the two major bolos from 2 years ago, if they're still good.
So make sure you guys are still picking up some Robert Graham brand shirts. And
Actually, pretty. Yeah, Robert Graham still sells. So okay, this one you said cassette recorder. That's still a bolo. Killer Bees. What is this?
So like those were. It was the wrestling toys.
The wrestling toys.
Yeah, those are still good.
They're still good. Yeah, that still makes sense. PS2 Slim. That's still a thing. PS2 Slim is still good. I like the good backdrop behind you, man. They're very, very professional.
Yeah, my closet.
There's the PS2 Slim. Are you reading off a prompter here? What is this? Look onto the side.
Yeah, so I'm going through my phone. Some of the stuff that's
okay. What is that? Vintage Gardner panel roadside cafe building. I don't know what that even is. So for $60 though, that's a good sale for it.
Yeah.
This one just says head. I don't know what the.
I don't know what. I didn't think I set up those time things.
No, they do them by themselves now.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah, 4GT Wrestling, a Heart Foundation.
Well, yeah, that Heart Foundation one go in for good money.
The wrestlers?
Yeah, I had the LJN rubber wrestlers.
Oh, okay. Is it because he died? Is that why they're so valuable?
Yeah, so that was the time Anvil actually just died.
Oh, okay. 180.
Yeah.
That's really good. I mean, you think they still go for that much now?
They might. Like they were complete though, and they were in really good condition.
I'm about to look it up. So what I look for a Heart Foundation LJN.
Yeah.
Sold. Condition used. All right. Whoa. So if you get the one with the what's the guy? Jim in them? Right? Who's the promoter?
Jim
yeah.
Neidhart?
300.
Oh, Jimmy Hart. Yeah. Wow.
275.
Going for more.
275 with the belts. 285.
Yeah, and my guys had the belts.
They had the belts? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
so
285 right there with the belts. There we go, guys. Look. Guy's been out the game for a couple of years. He's still giving you guys bowls over here. That's crazy.
There you go. And that's in US that you're looking at probably too, right?
Yeah,
so that's
US.
That's
money,
like three something.
I only look at real money. I don't look at no Canadian over here. This one was Canada. 651.
Yikes! What the heck?
LJ,
that's a little.
Bret Hart with original tag team belts. Sold May 5th, 651 plus shipping from Canada.
Why is that so much?
I don't know. Way more than anything else. I don't know who he ripped off. Here we go, guys. Look, I have a no reseller on here, and he still teaches you guys. Boom.
There you go.
Cassette recorders and Howard Foundation. There you go.
I still know my stuff. It's from 4 years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's the crazy thing that a lot of things, like you said, like things don't really go out of style. You know, that video was from September 22, 2019. So,
wow.
Yeah. See if I know anybody in your comments. Jarhead Entrepreneur TJ was commenting on your stuff back then too. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a funny thing because like we were all part of a Facebook group. It was I don't know if you know Reyes the Entrepreneur, if you've ever heard of him, but
no.
So like he had like he wanted to build a way to get other like YouTubers together, and so I met a lot of people within that Facebook group, and like one of them was Ray and Dustin, and then the other one was also TJ, the Jarhead. So like it's crazy how it all comes to full circle. It's crazy.
All right, so I got an offer I got to run by you.
Okay.
I might make a big sale here live on this thing. So
oh wow,
this is I can't, you can't see. I just switched the share entire screen with you. Maybe would that work? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is a GE Security Interlogics 2-door base kit. I have no clue what this is. It's some kind of like security system portal thing, brand new.
Wow.
I paid, I want to say $20 for this.
No way, that's nuts.
So I listed it for $700. This got up for $585. Am I crazy to say that's a good offer? I think it's a good offer, right?
That's a good offer.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. We're do it live on the podcast, guys. First,
damn, what a sale!
That's probably my best sale of the year.
Damn.
Yeah, those feel good. I don't have my phone on me, but yeah, that's crazy. That was the system I got at a yard sale in Fort Myers 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and I spent $150 total because he had these, he had cameras, all these other things, and I listed all the same day. It was $5,000 worth of stuff. I spent $150 on everything.
That's insane.
The first thing to sell, finally, because I was getting a lot of offers, but they were like, I had security cameras for $300. I was getting offered for like $100. I was like, I can't say yes to $100. But this is pretty good. Let's hope they pay that, right? That's
yeah.
That's
the one thing they don't mention. Yeah, they gotta pay for that stuff.
Well, I don't know if you were around back then. Ely was working on fixing it. Remember, like 4 years ago, they're like, we're gonna stop it. They're still working on it. So just
until now, eh? Wow.
they're gonna make it work. I didn't even see if it was preset or not. Yep, no, waiting for payment. We'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow. if they pay or not. That'd be nice though. Almost as good as the Heart Foundation. So yeah, guys, find Thrift Beast on YouTube. And then find him on the Monday Night Drafts, and then find him on the Threads. He's gonna be on the Threads soon, right? You can make a Threads account.
Yeah, with Thread Beast. There you go.
Yo, I like that. check him out on Threads. Thread Beast. He's coming at you right there. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming on. Gotta have you on again. See, next time I have you on, you'll probably be in Alberta, just chilling in Calgary or something, living in a mansion.
Living near the mountains.
You're gonna be on day 75 of I make meringue, but I double the egg whites every day.
I double the egg whites every day.
You could be at 128,000 egg whites. So we'll see how that works. Man, yeah, appreciate you coming on. Anything you also want to say to the people before I put the plug on you?
No, I mean, again, thank you for having me, Paul. I appreciate it, and then I enjoy everything you do. And if you haven't yet, you're an inspiration to what I once was, and
inspiration to what I once was.
And I look forward to more videos in the future. No, it's great stuff you're doing.
I'm glad I asked you that, man. I always good to have a brag Paul session at the end, so it's great. No one's gonna stay for the brag Paul session, but it's good. It's good that you said that.